obviously at halftime you guys are leading 21-7. What happened in the second half to kind of collapse and couldn't get the offense going?
They started playing a lot of zone. We were kind of hurting them when they were playing man, a lot of one high. So, they went to zone. It kind of slowed us down. But, it's just a matter of, one play. Great game. Just came up a little bit short.
Was the call at the end of design run for you, or what was the play call there?
It's supposed to be, play action. Tight end supposed to sneak out to the other side, but, they cover Harry pretty well, and, I just tried to make a play at the end. That was that, so.
Obviously, a loss, but do you feel like you played better? I mean, just better about the way you played compared to last week?
Yeah, I feel like I had a good game. Well said, not good enough, but I feel like I did a lot better than last week. Just the way I prepare myself and, just accepting that I'm human and, I'll make mistakes. And, I came out, I feel like, like I said, I did, a lot better job than last week. So, hopefully, we just got to, keep grinding when that adversity strikes.
The momentum was there on your side for a while. Did you feel it kind of slipping away? And what does that do for the morale?
Nah, I ain't feel it slipping away at all. I mean, they home, here home, crowd got loud, whatever that may be. But, the team we got is unbelievable when it comes to adversity and, facing, when our back's against the wall. It's really incredible. I really love this team. And, we didn't get down not one moment. We stayed together the whole game. That's what I love about this team.
Did you feel like you guys were sort of just needed a big play in the second half? I mean, the first half it seemed like you guys had turnovers and things happening.
Yeah, they came out, like I said, they play a lot of two high, a lot of zone. They bracket Darren a lot, so we couldn't really get them the ball like we wanted to. But we still made a lot of plays, and, just came down to one play. We make that play, it's a whole nother conversation right now.
On that last drive, in the second half, you guys weren't able to really have success with that last drive to go right down and change.
That's just us having our backs against the wall, like I was saying. We didn't get down into offense at all. We knew what we had to do. We went down, scored, just came up and played short. When our back's against the wall, I feel like that's when we perform our best. And, that's all that was. Yeah, like I said, they went to a lot of zone, a lot of too high. Had a very close eye on Darren the whole game, I feel like. We were hurting them a lot in the first half when they were playing man. So I feel like, once they went to that too high zone stuff, that was just really it. We saw bits and spurts of it, towards that last drive. But, that was the big thing, I think.
What was the issue on third down specifically?
I'm not sure. I just play the call, and whatever happens, happens. This is part of football.
You got a lot of good tackles again, or in those situations. You got a last line of defense. How are you able to see that in the film?
I can see it. I'm back there, so I just see everything. Come up and make the tackle.
Was it just the turnovers that changed in the second half? I mean, they were able to obviously score some points and say, I feel like the turnovers were the biggest thing.
No, they just scored touchdowns, and we didn't score no touchdowns.
What was the defense a little bit tired with how short the offense was?
No, we don't get tired.
Take us through that fumble recovery, how it sort of developed.
Somebody stripped it. I picked it up and ran it in.
I mean, as offense, we love the call. We just wasn't able to execute how we wanted to. But, you want to see your coach have that much faith in you to go for that type of play and knowing what's at stake.
What was the difference in the second half for them not kind of keeping you in check a little bit? First half, obviously, to get a lot of yards.
I don't really think they kept me in check in the second half. I just didn't get the ball enough to make plays for our team. So, that's pretty much it.
Was that more the pressure that Troy was getting, or was that some of the play calling that you just weren't in that situation where you were
mean, it's a little bit of both. I just ran the play and tried to execute it at the best of my ability to help the team win. So.
I feel like the biggest difference with the offense overall this week compared to last week, where you guys sort of came up short?
We jumped out early this time. We came out with a lot more energy than we did last week. We just didn't sustain that energy and that passion we had in the second half to win this game.
What do you learn from that going into the rest of your season? Like, how do you keep that sustained growth, whatever it may be?
I mean, it's basic. I mean, it's kind of personal. You gotta want to play for 4 quarters. We just didn't do that today.
They're a bunch of warriors. They never quit. And proud to be their coach. Bottom line, we came up 1 play short. They made the play at the end to win the game, and we didn't. So that was the short version. Thought we did some good things during the course of the game. Would not have changed the decision at the end. I think that was the right decision. We played about 80 snaps of defense. Had major problems stopping them in the second half. Darnold was on fire. I thought that was the percentage play, and like I said, if I had to do it again, I'd do the same thing. Zach Moss played the best game of his life as a Ute, best game as a Ute. Thought Troy Williams stood in there and continued to fight, had a pretty good night. Defense, some good things, scored on defense. Got in that second half, we just couldn't get out of the third down. I mean, that was the thing. They kept extending drives, couldn't get out of the third downs, missed some key tackles. But they kept fighting. The whole team kept fighting. And I think one thing it proves, we feel we can play with anybody in this league. I mean, that's something that we feel without a doubt. And, to come into the Coliseum and stand toe-to-toe with those guys and have a great shot at winning at the end was, there's something to be said for that. But like I said, no moral victories. We got to move on. You got to pick yourself up, get ready for next week. Players got to prepare and then perform, just like we do every week. You prepare Monday through Friday, you perform on Saturday, and the cycle keeps going until the end of the season. As coaches, you teach and then you demand. Formula doesn't change. So back to work tomorrow, getting ready for the next opponent. Questions?
Was there anything in particular that just different on those third downs? Because obviously they're holding them on first and second.
Sam Darnold making plays, and their receivers making plays. They made a bunch of spectacular catches, and Darnold got himself out of trouble. We didn't sack him one time. He was very mobile. We did get 3 takeaways, but 0 sacks. And it's just, in my opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the country making plays.
The tell of 2 halves for both teams, really. I mean,
Yeah.
What was the difference, at least for your team, from your perspective?
Well, it's tough to say without watching the film. I know we had a hard time stopping them in the second half, and until the last drive, we didn't score any touchdowns in the second half. So it was a tale of 2 halves, and if we make that 2-point play, we're all sitting here thinking, it's a great situation and we're in great shape, which we would have been, but didn't make the play. So don't know what to say.
The turnovers were the biggest difference in the second half. I think all 3 of those takeaways came in the first half.
They came in the first half, you're right. But we won the turnover margin 2-0. We usually win when that happens, and so that could be the case. I don't know. We just got to look at the film, decide what we need to get better at. Everybody fix their issues and come out ready to play next week.
Do you have a sense of what the difference with the offense was in the second half? Even just, that last drive, obviously, the drive down the field, but up until then, it seemed like you
just found ways to not move the chains. Not to get in the end zone up until that last drive. And I don't think it was any one particular thing. We just didn't. We couldn't sustain a drive. Need to do a better job sustaining drives. We weren't real good on third down. I think we were 4 of 14, which is I think that's below 30%, which you can't win with that. And they were 7 of 14, which is 50%, which you can win with. So to me, that was one of the biggest factors is third down performance.
The defense kind of had a lot of breakdowns in the second half.
Yeah.
Just lost the coverage or what?
Both, all the above. And we lost our eyes on coverage several times. Came off coverage and zone coverage. Came down out of our zones. Lost some gaps on defense. We were down. Lost our 2 defensive ends again, so we were down to 2 guys that were getting all the reps, and they just wore out.
You feel like Fitz was going to be able to go the whole game, or did you guys know he would be?
We thought he was going to be able to spot play the whole game. You know, we knew he wasn't going to play 60 or 70 snaps, but we were hoping to get 30 snaps out of him, and it just wasn't the case. He went down again, as did Bradley at the end there, towards the end.
Chase obviously goes out in the middle of the game.
Chase too.
What's he doing right now?
Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. We'll find out a lot more tomorrow, but we'll just hope for the best.
What do you feel is your overall health from this game?
We got pretty beat up. A very physical game, and guys laying it on the line and playing their hearts out. And we'll just have to reassess. You know, we'll get a lot better idea on all the injuries tomorrow. Right now, it's a little bit too early to say.
Chase, did he just get dinged, or I mean, when he came out and came back?
He got, you know, he took a shot. And, you know, we never talk about what the injury is, but he was pretty dinged. You know, very few guys would have come back in the game. He's tough as nails, and came back in, and the problem persisted to the point where he wasn't able to go anymore.
Team to consistently play all 4 quarters. Obviously, the first 2 quarters were great, and then the fourth, you know, you can say that you kind of got there. What's the difference?
Yeah, well, they have good players. They got scholarship players. They got good coaches. I mean, they're going to make plays. I mean, that's just how it is. It's give and take in this league, and that's what it was tonight. And like I said, it couldn't have been any closer. The game could not have been any closer. One play made the difference, in essence.
No moral victories, but do you take any, whether it's out?
Don't say solace. Please don't say solace. Somebody said that
I was
last
looking
week.
for something else.
Okay.
Is there anything you take from it offensively that you had a better performance with Troy in there if you have to go forward with him compared to last week?
Well, Troy definitely got better from last week. There's no doubt about that. He was far more productive. Had a better night throwing the football. And we'll see what happens next week. You know, it's still day-to-day with Tyler Huntley. He was ruled out on Friday, so he didn't make the trip. And one more week, we'll see where he's at. But it was good to see Troy have a much better game tonight than last week.
Another failed goal. Are you sensing anything different with him? Or?
No, he just missed it. You know, he's got a good stroke. His mechanics are good. He's a guy that we think is very reliable. Really no other opportunities after that. I don't think we denied him any opportunities after that. But no, got a lot of confidence in Matt Gay. He's only missed 2 all year out of, 16, 17, something like that. Okay, guys, thank you.